In preparation for our trip across the Americas, we first took Yak to our mechanic friend, who gave us a comprehensive list of things to sort to make sure Yak was up to the job. A few of these included a new transfer box, bulkhead, wiring loom, and replacing all the brake discs. We were determined to set off with Yak in better shape than it was on our last trip across Central Asia.
It's the middle of July and we've got an ever-growing list of jobs to sort out. We're hoping to ship in 2 months. Tonight's job is the bed platform. We're sort of just making a few adjustments. We are having it fairly similar to last time. Obviously we've got a fridge this time round, so we need to kind of change the layout ever so slightly. Still keeping it fairly simple with wolf boxes and stuff, but David is helping me tonight because I'm not particularly gifted with woodwork. So yeah, we're going to cut a few legs and just change things ever so slightly, and hopefully we'll be done in an hour.
I would quibble with the term gifted. I would say average to middling.
The idea is that we're going to have 2 batons that kind of go from the old platform across to the edge of the tub, and this bit hopefully will just slot in and we'll be able to drill it onto those batons, which just means the whole bed platform's ever so slightly raised. Just means we can get the wolf boxes in and out a little bit easier, and we can also get things under the bed platform that we weren't able to put under last time. We've got a pro on the job, and David's a busy man and he's off to Portugal in a couple of weeks with his very own Land Rover, so this is our last little bit of time to put into good use. It's just over a month now until we ship, and there are still quite a few jobs we need to get done on the Land Rover. Trying to get it all in between working as well. Tonight is the window, which should have been done a long time ago after all the corrugation in Kazakhstan, but should be a fairly straightforward job. We've just got to drill out the rivets, potentially do a bit of Sikaflex just to seal it a little bit, and then just put new rivets in. Jack's here to help just in case things go wrong, but it should be a fairly straightforward job. Standard practice. Tonight we're fitting the front runner water tank. Quite a few more jobs still to do, but this is tonight's job. We've just got to bolt it and do a few screws really, get it all up into place. Got the hole drilled at the back to kind of match up with the filler. Land Rover is looking very much like a shed. But once we've got that in, we can put on the coupling and put the tap on the back of the cross member. We should be good to go really. So we've got the water tank in, sort of vaguely in line. We're just going to drill a few holes to get the mounting plate in. We're going to go up through the tub into the bench seat. Once we've got that bolted in, we just need to rivet in the mounting plate, put the tap on, and we're basically done. So pretty much there. It was a little bit faffy, nothing too major, but just having to bring it up and take it back down just to make sure we've got all the bolts lined up. But just got to put the last little tap on and then we're done. We were hoping to do the window in one evening, but it took a lot longer than we were expecting. We've kind of cleaned it down as much as we can. We've got all the old rivets out, cleaned up the frame as well, and hopefully now we'll just put some sealant on it, get it offered up, put the rivets in, and hopefully it'll be done and won't leak anymore.
Yeah, you slip any off, mate. That's ready to
Sure.
sausage roll, yeah.
Notice how Jack does anything that requires any sort of attention to detail. We managed to get the window done last night. The aim over this weekend is to get the bed platform fully finished, because we've got the water tank in now, because basically the filler nozzle was going to potentially be blocked by the bed platform, so now that that's in we can figure out where we need to cut a hole in the bed platform for that. So hopefully get it all in, and once that's in really we can then start putting everything else in, like the wolf boxes, and just figure out the space we have and where stuff's going to go. So it'd be quite nice to get that done. So as of today I think it's a month until we ship, so we're getting there. This is the bed platform we used on the last trip. We didn't use it a lot, it was just when it was too windy to use the roof tent. But Jack and I have spent the last couple of days just adapting it a little bit. We've basically given it more width with these two planks here. I've spent most of today trying to get these legs in place just so it gives us a bit more support when we are lying on it. And then once we've got the other two slats in, we're going to build a little bit of a frame, a brace almost, just to kind of join it a little bit so it's a bit more sturdy. So yeah, we're going to get this in, and once this is in, I think that's it. Once it's joined, I don't think we'll be able to get it out, so I want to make sure we do this right. So these are the two planks that we've added in. I'm quite pleased with how it's all worked out. It's all quite flush. Glad the measurements have all worked. That's why I got David and Jack to help me, because it would not have looked like this if I'd done it myself. It's a bit janky, but it does the job. It's not super pretty, but it's good enough for what we need. Once we've got these kind of all joined together, we're going to order some mattresses. And that'll be us ready to sleep in the back if we need to. We want to sleep in the roof tent for as much of the trip as we can, but it's just nice to have the option. Now that we've got the fuel can under this wheel arch and the water tank under this wheel arch, we've got the filler cap here as well. I didn't know if we'd have to drill through this a little bit, but it's far enough back that we can just fill up the water without having to take any of this apart. Hit a very minor hurdle. I was about to start adding the braces and I thought I'll just double check that the lifesaver fits under, because this is where we're going to put it, and it doesn't by about 1 inch. It's a tiny little amount, so I'm going to saw away the edges here and then just chisel away this bit and hope that sort of works. Got a little bit carried away. This is about a third of the stuff we've got coming over the next couple of days, and it's all just spares. It's nothing very exciting, but a lot of stuff to pack and sort over the next couple of days.
You just want to take it from underneath here next to the...
It's now 5 days until we put Yak in a box and ship it to Uruguay. We've got quite a lot left to do, including putting the covers on these mattresses that arrived a couple of days ago. So it's all quite last minute in true Yak fashion. We're really hoping these fit, because it does look like it's going to be a tight squeeze. I don't think this is the best way of doing it.
I think it is.
I think it makes more sense just to push it in.
Just try. You might be right.
I don't think this is going to work. Okay, take two. This is technique number 2. We're hoping this might be more successful.
Just got to be
It's
careful.
very tight.
Got to be careful of the stock in it. Good?
It's good. It's a good firmness. I'm really happy.
My turn.
I was a little bit worried it wasn't fitting in then, but it's perfect.
Yeah, it's alright. Just had quite an emotional goodbye with Ellie's family. Obviously we're not leaving yet, but I feel like they're just as upset saying goodbye to Yak as they are to us. So they won't see Yak for just over a year. Done lots of trips with them, kind of going out on all of our Land Rovers. So we've started the journey. It's about 5 or 6 hours up to Suffolk. We're staying with my friend tonight who lives 20 minutes from the port. So we've got quite a long drive ahead of us. We left a lot later than we were anticipating. So yeah, I'll be a bit tired, but we've got the Red Bulls to keep me awake, and Ellie, who will stay awake to keep me company and keep me awake. So get there and then wake up fairly early tomorrow morning to get it down to the port. We'll do one final jet wash, just to make sure everything is as clean as possible, because obviously we'll pick up a bit of grime on the motorway. And yeah, tomorrow will be quite a big day.
The day before we left, Jack was actually the wedding car for my best friend. This was a real honour and we were so excited, but it meant a very quick turnaround as we had to turn Yak back into a camper and pack all our stuff to drive to the port the next day. Hence my very tired face after 2 nights of virtually no sleep. We've arrived at the port, we've had a bit of an inspection, didn't take too long. And it's Monday morning now. They've said they're going to actually load it on, was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
So we probably have to come back because we kind of want to be here when it goes on, just check it's all strapped down properly, because we're planning on putting the roof tent underneath as well, because we think it's probably going to be slightly too high if we keep it on the roof, so we want to be here just while they do that so we know it's all strapped down well. But it's been nice to have a bit of time to just kind of reorganise the back because we left in such a rush. And it was, we kind of had to chuck quite a few things in, so we're just kind of taking our time now to get it all nice and neat and get any loose bits inside bags.
Yeah, so we'll have kind of tomorrow to just maybe we'll go around Ipswich, see the sights, and then we'll come back because I need to disconnect the batteries before it goes into the container. Like Ellie said, take the roof tent off, and if I need to kind of lower the tyre pressures a bit more so that it does get in, we're just here to do that. But also we just want to be here to see it happen. And it has just been nice to take this time to kind of get everything into a place. Because we did manage to do most of it fairly well yesterday, but got towards kind of like 4 o'clock, we knew we had a 7-hour drive ahead of us, and we were like, right, we just need to kind of go. So yeah, it's starting to feel real now. This feels weird.
I can't believe Yak's just going to be in here for a month. Crazy, a bit nervous, but exciting.
Yeah.
So Yak is going in there.
How you feeling, Ellie?
It's crazy. It's a tight squeeze. And with that, Yak was off on its own adventure across the Atlantic to Montevideo, where we'd be a month and a half later to pick it up, hopefully in one piece.